All right, so I'm looking at this car, and it says the Monkees, and it looks a little bit familiar to me, but I know it's past my time. What is it?
It's a little bit before your time. It's called Here Comes the Monkees. That was the only rock and roll group that had a television series on TV. There's never been another one. Of course, the Monkee Mobile is a GTO Pontiac made in 1968, done for the television show and on into a movie with a great bunch of guys. They were really hotter than a rock and roll group you ever heard. Of course, that was a little bit before your time, but you'll be able to catch up a little bit more as we go through some of the other charters.
Yeah, I think I know their song. It goes, hey, hey, with the Monkees, right?
Yeah. Good, yeah. They even have that back there in that northern other. Is that the southern coast or is that the northern or eastern coast?
That's the northeastern coast.
Well, I'm glad to stay away from there. Well, I can see it's done a good job on you. We had to have your hair done 14 times in one day. So let's go get some of these other wonderful looking cars.
All right, let's go check out what else you guys have here.
All right.
Now, I know this car because this car is a TV show that I watched when I was really little. This is the KnightRider. Check this thing out.
This is the kit car, and of course, we all know that it's a talking car, and it tells you what to do and how to do it and when to do it. And David Hasselhoff was that.
Can it do my hair?
It can do your hair. It can do your waist. It might even be able to change your shoes and do things like that. Go ahead and grab a seat in there, Miss Hemi.
Check this out. I'm gonna sit in the KnightRider. It's not gonna, like, you know, get my weight or anything, right?
You notice the pistol grip steering, no round steering wheel.
Look at that.
And you look to the left, it'll talk to you if you keep talking. And you look at the click, 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 click going through out there, and it's going to be, if you've seen, what's that new thing that you get on the road to find a way to get around?
Oh, the GPS system?
GPS. This was before GPS was even PPCG. So that means it gives you a better idea of what we can do.
Wow.
Isn't that great? Isn't that cool?
Whose voice did you use to use the talking car?
An older gentleman that was really great. That was a friend of David Hasselhoff's. I forget his name because he's always off stage and I never get to see him, so I'll never forget him.
Oh, you can't forget him. He's all yapping in your face while you're trying to drive.
Do you know that the voice-speaking car was not the first one?
What was the first one?
It was a TV show called My Mother the Car that we did. A 1927 T Model T, big old four-door Phaeton. And the car was called the Wagner, and it was a changed and Ann Sothern's voice was the one that used, and we had to drive the car from underneath the back seat on the floor, looking with mirrors to see where we were going.
Wow.
So My Mother the Car was really a great, great television show.
Wow, that was definitely way before my time.
That was really before your time.
And what is this over here?
Well, that was called the Voodoo Spider.
The Voodoo Spider.
A young man from Wichita, Kansas built this car, and his name is Eldon Titus. This is what a young designer can do if he actually builds his car.
That's
great. So we're really proud that Eldon Titus was a young person that won the Barris Traditional Annual Award to go and tour the studios and the many shows.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, what is this car behind you here?
Well, this is one that started many years ago for a good friend of mine, Bo and John Derrick. And
Bo Derek. We all know who Bo Derek is. From my generation, we know her as a movie star.
But it's a great car. It started as a Corvette. It's kind of what I call a modern classic. That means it's got classic looks, like exhaust pipes coming out of the side of the fender, a radiator grill, the front end is extended way out. It has a V windshield with part of the windshield going into the hood. And it has the front end and back end are full tilt, got headrests in the back,